Today, I'm gonna be reviewing cheap Amazon football drip to see if you can really get drippy on a budget. So a little while back, we did the same thing with TEMU, and we saw you could actually get drippy on a budget from TEMU. The only issue is, it does take a little while for those products to get here. Amazon, on the other hand, this was all here in less than 3 days. So yeah, let's go check it out. First up, we got a visor. This one is clear, so if it works, you guys would be able to use it in the game. Pretty crystal clear. Let's see if this one fits on the XP. Most visors nowadays, a little difficult to get them in, but this right here fits kind of seamlessly. All right, like not as much aura as the colored one, obviously, but everything looks crystal clear. It looks sharp. It's not like distorted in any way, shape, or form. It's got the visor clips you just kind of screw in, so very seamless to put it on, take it off. Also, it doesn't come with the branding on it, right? So it has these little stickers. I ain't gonna hold you. I don't know if you want Lokius stickers coming on your visor. Another hack too, you can actually just take any random sticker, fold it over and then cut it and make your visor kind of branded, whatever. But overall, I'm gonna give the Lokius, I'm gonna give it like a 7.5 out of 10. Obviously, better visors out there, but for the price I paid for this, pretty smooth, definitely elevate your helmet. Second package, we got a ski mask and we got arm sleeves. Okay. All right, let's try them as both because you could really use arm sleeves as leg sleeves. This is significantly better than the TEMU one. If y'all remember the TEMU one, that shit was like all loose everywhere. It kind of feels more like a stocking type of texture, not necessarily an arm sleeve, but not too like baggy. It's not like uncomfortable at all. I like the length of it too. You know, the arm sleeve goes up nice and high, shows off a little bit of the tats, that's it. Ooh, hold up now, hold up. I'm doing a second one on, a little double arm sleeve look. Ooh, and these hard, I ain't gonna lie. These might be something y'all wanna cop. I like the material, especially for a defender. I'm giving these like an 8.5 out of 10. Yeah, something you can rock in the game, looks smooth. Next up, we got the ski. It's got some spandex in it, so it's a little stretchy, which is like mandatory if you're gonna wear a ski. I don't love how loose it is around the neck. It's not awful. There's better skis out there, right? The Nike ski's better, but this is a nice like kind of thin one too. It doesn't have that like heat gear or cold gear technology or whatever in it. See what it's like with the helmet on. Feel smooth with the helmet. I just kind of maintain that the neck being so loose brings it down a little bit. I'll give it like a 6.8 out of 10. Like it's cool, but I don't know if I'd personally buy this. Right, what is this? What is this? Oh, you got a baggy long sleeve. The biggest thing I always say with them is you want a little bit of spandex in it, right? So that way you get a little bit of stretch. I don't know, this might be all polyester, but it's stretchier than the TEMU ones if you remember. Also, it actually goes down all the way to the wrist. Another key factor, right? You don't want to wear a loose long sleeve. It's like stopping right here above the little break. It feels really good. It feels like a well-made t-shirt, right? Like the TEMU ones, they felt a little TEMU. They felt a little like they were from China. These, maybe they're still from China, but made in a better factory. Also, one thing I noticed with all the TEMU products was they just ran a little bit small, right? This extra large fits like an extra large. Ooh, don't let me get loose. Ooh. Hey, 10 out of 10 for $17. I ain't gonna hold you. You're not getting much better than this. I feel like it looked dope in a jersey too. This might end up being the best purchase of the whole video. Moving on to the next box. We got these little like fingertip tools. So they force you to catch the ball with your fingertips, right? Not catching with your palms, not catching with your body. Obviously, we gotta try it out. And we got a special cameo from my boy Gip right here. Y'all make sure y'all sub to him. But all right, let's just see if these actually work. Okay. Snagging it. Yeah, these are pretty solid. You know, you definitely feel if you catch the ball here, like with your, trying to catch it with your palms, it kind of hurts actually. It's like digs into your palm. Yeah, I'd say overall, it's definitely forced me to catch with my fingers. I'm gonna give these like an 8 out of 10. Definitely a useful tool. Yeah, kids learn how to catch. All right, next up, we got a t-shirt. I think this might be a compression one actually. Yeah, I don't love it. Obviously, I'm not the smallest of guys. I don't got the biggest arms. Definitely don't got the smallest arms though. Doesn't feel super tight. I'm gonna go like 4 out of 10 for this. I think you just get a better compression shirt for somewhere else. Moving on to the next item. We got some two-tone arm sleeves. So I kind of like how it's a 4-pack, right? And you get 2 of each. So if you want to wear it on both arms, you go both arms. I know some of y'all would get something like this and mix and match. Do not mix and match, please. If you're gonna wear white and red, wear white and red. If you're gonna wear red and white, wear red and white. Don't mix it. Throwing it on the arm. It's straight, maybe a tad bit short. And also, I think there's maybe just a little bit too much of the top part showing. Like, I feel like if you're gonna do this, it should be like a little bit of top, like a little, not a sliver, but just a little bit. Also, I feel like this isn't the longest sleeve. Like I kind of like my sleeve to be up a little bit higher, like right under kind of like the shoulder and the tricep. It's got this little band at the top. I don't know if y'all can see it. It's kind of uncomfortable. Not a huge fan. I'm gonna go 3.5 out of 10. I probably wouldn't recommend these. Moving on. I think we got wristbands here. Yeah, we got wristbands. These feel a lot more comfortable. They feel a lot more defined too. I think my big issue with the TEMU ones was like, there was just no way to really get them to be flush, I guess, against the skin. Like something was always off. They're really not bad. Like they're not uncomfortable. I'll say it looks like after a couple plays though, they're gonna start coming apart. They feel cheaper than a lot of the other stuff we've tested. Yeah, I'm gonna probably say like 6 out of 10 for these. Like Nike, Under Armour, Adidas bands can't be that much. So yeah, I'd probably just rock those. But if you were like dead broke, I feel like you could wear these and it wouldn't be that bad. Okay, we got 2 pairs of football gloves. First one, pair of receiver gloves. Some interesting packaging. Don't know if it's necessary whatsoever. It's actually not necessary at all. Kind of pissing me off right now. All right, so getting about the packaging. Nice plain all white. We're gonna have unbranded gloves. I'd probably prefer for them to not be super busy. They also feel very thin right here, very breathable. I don't know if you want just a bunch of thick football gloves, because at a certain point, then it just becomes super hot. Your hand becomes all sweaty. So I'll say these are tight, but they're not tight to the point you feel like you can't move your hands. Also, when it comes to gloves, a big thing I'm particular about is the strap. I kind of like it when the strap is more, like Nike gloves do a good job of the strap being more like this way. This strap is kind of more out. I don't know if that really makes a ton of sense, but those of you that know, you know. Also, it's kind of like a cottony type material on the thumb. I don't know how that's gonna be if you wear these a lot. Like it feels like these gloves are gonna get really dirty. Also feels like there's probably a good chance they rip at some point. A good amount of stick. I don't know if y'all can hear that, but yeah, that's what you want, the stickiness of the gloves, right? You wanna be able to barely move your hands. Nah, these are solid, right? I'm gonna go 7 out of 10. Another thing where it's like, there are better, but in a pinch, these would work. Hey, y'all boys in the trenches, man. Y'all always say I disregard y'all. Maybe sometimes that's true, but I feel like a lot of stuff's not made for y'all. But I did get a pair of lineman gloves. Now, these right here, very minimal design on it. That actually kind of works better for the gloves. They got like a lot of holes for ventilation. Lineman, y'all might have, hold up. Oh, lineman, y'all got some here. Hey, these might be like an 8.5 out of 10. I ain't gonna lie. Good amount of padding too. Gonna protect the fingers, gonna protect the back of the hand. You know, you up there doing whatever y'all do in the trenches. You know, I actually been in the trenches a few times, you feel me? Back at Utah State, used to have me in the A gap, in the box, D end. So yeah, we was up there, we know what goes on. 8.5 out of 10. Matter of fact, no, I'm going 9 out of 10, fire. Okay, next up, we actually did get a couple headbands. See, the one thing about headbands is they do prevent sweat from getting in your eyes. It's also a little bit of a drip thing. These just feel really high on the head, not super tight. Not the worst thing we ever bought off Amazon or TEMU. Not the best thing either, I don't know. Like, for the price, maybe if you wanted something like this, you could test it out. But me personally, I don't know if I would buy it again. But I think if you guys bought it, it's something that could definitely work inside your helmet. Moving on, we got a pair of the Asia Wilson tights. Shout out Asia, you feel me? Women's basketball GOAT. The material on these feels solid, right? Good stretch. It's always kind of something you're looking for. All right, got them on. Let's just fix them up real quick. So I feel like every pair of tights we've gotten so far has been solid. Like I said, these feel good. They look good. I like how there's not a bunch of designs on them. There's not like piping going up the sides. The piping is black or the seams are black. Yeah, I'm giving these 9.5 out of 10. Like I really got no complaints. Then I think these are a white pair of tights. All right, so these are a different brand. I will say they feel super solid again, right? Not like thin to the point where it feels like, you know, one cleat and they're gonna rip. All right, let's try these on. Actually, I ordered an extra large of these. I tried them on. The material feels fine. They feel fine. They were just a little baggy because of the sizing issue, so that's on me. But these are another product I think you'd be fine with. A pair of cheap white tights. You know, white tights obviously get super dirty, whether you're on turf, whether you're on grass, mud, dirt, whatever it is, they're gonna get messed up. So, you know, getting to be able to have a bunch, super important. I'm gonna give these an 8 out of 10. Next up, we have a fully padded girdle. Now, we did not get one of these off TEMU. This is something brand new. It's actually not bad, better than I thought it was gonna be. I like how it's not super long and doesn't go past the knees and everything. Like, you know, we have it up a pretty good length. I feel like it's not like super bunched up. Thigh pad, I feel like you take a helmet here, it's got a good enough protection. Knee pads don't do anything, bro. If you're still thinking knee pads gonna save you from something, they're not. I never wore mine below the knees or on the knees. Not saying you should or shouldn't do what you wanna do. Just know, yeah, no, you're kidding yourself. You think that knee pad stopping anything. I would recommend this for sure if you're someone that just wants to have all your stuff in one spot, be able to wash everything at the same time. Don't want to worry about pads falling out or remembering thigh pads, knee pads, all that stuff. I'm gonna go 9 out of 10. Like, yeah, I'm a fan. We just got a basic towel right here. Yeah, I'm going like 7 out of 10. Maybe a little thick, that's the only issue, pause, but it's solid. Okay, moving on. Oh, we got a pair of scrunch socks. Okay, okay. One thing I'm noticing immediately is the length of these. A lot of y'all be wearing scrunch socks. They be coming up to like right here. Nah, that ain't it, you feel me? It's gotta be like up around the knee area. To do that, you gotta have a lot of material to work with. Throw the first one on. It's actually a really comfortable sock. Like, I feel like that's an underrated part of this. Like, you still gotta actually wear it in the cleat. All right, so how you gotta do it, right? You gotta put the sock to the desired length, right? So we want ours like around the knee, and then you just kind of pull from there. Now, this is a process that can take a little minute. Yeah, we'll just call it there. Not bad, right? Not bad at all. They're well made too, right? They don't feel like super thin or anything, super flimsy. They're like compressed enough to where it feels like it's gonna stay in place most of the game. So yeah, we'll go 7 out of 10. Probably not the drip I would rock, but I could see some of y'all getting right with these. Last box. Holy shit, this has been quite the day. Oh, this is grip spray. Let's spray it on these gloves and see if we notice anything. Let's rub it in. I'm gonna be so dead ass with y'all right now. I think they just took some Purell, put it in that bottle, and sold it to y'all. So if you didn't know, if your gloves are getting a little old, feeling a little unsticky, Purell hand sanitizer is definitely something you can put on them. Kind of gets all like the little dirt and grime off of them. That literally did exactly that. I don't think you gotta waste your money, and actually, it completely took away the stick of the gloves. Holy shit. -5 out of 10, bro. These actually, I think those just ruined the gloves. Like, that might be the first thing we've actually tested that like literally does the complete opposite of what it says. Like, for best results, you spin it before and during the job. All right, maybe it's just for your hands then, but yeah, if you're not wearing gloves, I don't know, I feel like you shouldn't be relying on gripping spray. So yeah, -5 out of 10, throw that shit in the trash. Next up, we got a pair of fully padded football pants. So before we had the girdle, now we just got the full pant. Off rip, the knee pads are already a little bigger than I would prefer. The thigh pads feel massive. The hip pads, holy shit, bro. The hip pad like covered my whole head. Oh, hell no. There is no stretch in these. Yeah, we're on a run of terrible products. Give these a -5 out of 10. Any football pant that isn't like at least a little bit stretchy, right? Like, there should be some stretch to it. If it don't got that, it's a trash pant. Throw it in the garbage. That's just a -5 out of 10. So if you remember, we had the arm sleeves earlier. I'm gonna save them for later to see if you could potentially use them as leg sleeves as well. Yeah, to keep it a boat with y'all, I think they just work way better as arm sleeves. Like, they were actually really good arm sleeves, don't get me wrong. Leg sleeves, I don't know, they just don't have the same like scrunch as maybe like a sock would. Keep these as arm sleeves. Whatever grade I gave them before, I think it was like an 8.5 or a 9 out of 10. Yeah, keep that. Definitely have a purpose. Now, we can't do one of these and not get a pair of cleats off the kind of first unboxing. They feel sturdier than the ones we got off of TEMU. I ordered these in a 12. These actually feel like a 12. I don't know if we really need to tie them up too much. Be fine if it's a little loose. The cleat feels very, very small. Now, I think these actually might be soccer cleats. Definitely feels like you're prone to slipping in these. They're actually very, very comfortable. Like, walking around on the field, feels like you're just kind of in a shoe. Like, they got good cushioning at the bottom. Ooh, Adam might be proud of that. The drip on them, actually kind of solid, nice minimal design, not too much going on. I don't know what this says over here. HRJR, wait, hold up. Hunter, Reynolds, you feel me? The Hunter, the custom Hunter cleats off Amazon. Hey, y'all go cop these. For the rating, no, I'm gonna give these like a 6 out of 10. Probably wouldn't buy these for any reason aside from this video, but overall not terrible. Then we got 2 different types of cleat covers here. So if you remember the ones from TEMU, they were like pretty loose. These much tighter. I guess that's why it was so difficult to get it over to cleats. I don't know, I'm just, maybe it's because I'm not a huge fan of cleat covers like in general. I'll probably give these like a 5 out of 10. Like, they're good for what they are, just what they are isn't that great. Ooh, that's kind of a bar right there, hold up. This black one, it says small medium in here. Again, I ordered these early in the morning. I do not remember everything I bought. Don't even remember purchasing these or adding them to the cart. If I gotta choose between the 2 of them, I'll probably go with this one right here. This one just feels a little bit looser. So like, as I move my ankle around, I feel it kind of sliding down a little bit. These, I'm gonna give them a 2 out of 10. Definitely wouldn't recommend. Don't know if I'd recommend these either, but I wouldn't like recommend against it, if that makes sense. The last product, we actually went ahead and copped the speed parachute. A lot of y'all asked how to get faster. Hey, tools like this, running against resistance, is gonna help you tremendously. Off rip, I kind of always hate the ones that have the Velcro straps. I'd much rather, or the Velcro, like I'd much rather have the buckle. I know the Skills one I have does. Bring it over here. I did not stretch, so you are not about to see me open up whatsoever. I already pulled my hamstring once this year and not trying to do it again. All right, it's a calm little device. This right here though, I feel like it's gonna limit how just adjustable it is around the waist. Like if you're skinnier, it feels like it's not gonna work. Probably recommend the one from like Skills or something like that. Probably the same price, and I'd say maybe a little bit better. That is gonna do it for rating cheap Amazon football drip. Now, all the product links are gonna be in the description. If you like any of it, if you wanna copy any of it, hey, click those. We are still underrated. A lot of y'all on the TEMU video were like, yo, how do you not have more subs? Bro, it's cause y'all don't hit the subscribe button. So go ahead, click that button literally right now. It don't take no time, no effort. Hit that button, you feel me? We got nothing but bangers dropping. Like, share, comment, subscribe. I'm gonna catch y'all next time. Peace.